Hello, welcome back to the Dunwich Legacy. This is the 5th episode, but also scenario number 4, Blood on the Altar. And yeah, if you haven't watched the previous episodes, there's the playlist linked at the description below. Go watch them and come back. And yes, let's dig into the 5th scenario, Blood on the Altar. So, let's take Arkham cards. For the upgrades, I removed a perception, which is that skill card with 2 intellect, and I added medical texts because I don't like being on the verge of dying every single time. I can cure horror, but not damage, so I gave myself a way to cure damage. Anyways, sorry, this is already the bottom of the... Okay. When you finally reach Dunwich, you are greeted by Zebulon's Waterley. If you remember, so basically it all started with this professor calling us because some people disappeared. We went to the casino to interview a guy. Then we went to the university to look for another guy, Professor Warner Rice, I think. Then we went in the museum to take the Necronomicon. Actually, we burned it, and then we started. We went on the train to go to Dunwich. Yes, and now we're here in Dunwich, I think. Yes, we are. When you finally reach Dunwich, you are greeted by Zebulon Waterley and Earl Sawyer, another man from the village who had met with Dr. Armitage during the incident several months ago. Things ain't looking too good here, Earl tells you. Some folk up and went missing a few months ago. Them whippoorwills won't shut up. Don't know what they're doing here, but last time you Arkham folk came round it was bad news. Very bad news. His eyes blink rapidly and he coughs and looks away. Look, why don't you rest for the night and look for whatever is you're looking for tomorrow? What's Zebulo chimes in, putting a wrinkled hand on your shoulder. Like this text in Arkham Horror is already so hard to read. Why do you need to put accents? You begin to protest, but your aching muscles and weary mind won't allow you to refuse. The elderly man offers to take you in for the night, and drives you to his home at the outskirts of Dunwich village. The town is disheveled and eerie, and you find yourself wishing you hadn't come here at all. You fall asleep on the ride over and scarcely remember anything else from that night. When you awaken, you find that Zebulon's house is abandoned and there is no sign of the elderly man or of Mr. Sawyer. Fearing the worst, you head into the village of Dunwich to investigate, hoping to find answers. I took all the cards from these sets. We started the village commons, which is the central location. We took one of the two locations for each type of location, and we set it into play, and then we removed one at random. We created a pile of potential sacrifices, which is these player cards. I think you can see my finger a little bit. Which is basically just Professor Rice, Zebulon Waterley, and Earl Sawyer. These 3 people. We put Silas Bishop, the Intent Chamber, Key to the Chamber, and Powder of Ignazi card out of aside. Then we shuffled the rest of the encounter cards. We shuffled in also this set from the O'Banion gang called Naomi's Crew, because we have because the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick with the investigators, and we took these 2 encounter cards plus 3 encounter cards from the top of the encounter deck, and then I put 1 each under one of the locations, except village commons. Hidden Chamber. This scenario includes a single-sided location, the Hidden Chamber, which has been dealt face down underneath a random location. The Hidden Chamber only has a reveal side and has a revelation effect that puts into play when drawn. When put into play, a single-sided location is put into play with its reveal side face up, because it has no unrevealed side, otherwise it functions as a normal location in every other way. Start playing the scenario now. Yes. Okay. See, there's one encounter card under each location. Okay, so we can start. I'm gonna draw my first 5 cards. We have our permanent cards, charisma, higher education, in the thick of it. I'm gonna remove in the thick of it because it's useless. But just so you know, that's why we start with 6 health and 6 sanity, because we took 2 physical trauma by in the thick of it. And this is the pile of potential sacrifices. So, backstab, emergency cash, Leo De Luca, narrow escape, and Dr. Henry Armitage. I mean, I think I don't like any of these, so I'm just gonna remove all of these 5 and draw 5 more. Leo De Luca, great that I discarded that one. Hiking boots, sneak attack, prophecy profana, please, manual dexterity, weakness, magnifying glass. Okay, not great, not amazing, but not terrible. So I think I can just shuffle all of these cards inside. While I shuffle, I can read the text on the agenda and the act. Strange disappearances. Your welcome in Dunwich has been cold. A string of disappearances has left the already aloof townsfolk on edge. Most of them look at you with distrust, and few are willing to help in your investigation. Who knows what will happen if you don't find the location of the missing townsfolk soon. 6 Doom. Searching for answers. The disappearances in town may be related to events in Arkham. You suspect that something awful is afoot. You must find where the missing townsfolk are being held in order to unveil the conspiracy. Objective: when an investigator enters the hidden chamber, advance. Okay, so this is here. I'm already lost. Okay, so village commons. It is hard to prevent the impression of a faint, malign odor about the village street, as of the must, mold, and decay of centuries. Village commons, 3 shroud, resigned, this is suicide, we're better off hiding out the night. 0 clues. Their sparsely scattered houses wear a surprisingly uniform aspect of age, squalor, and dilapidation. So the connection in this scenario are a little bit weird, because this village commons is connected to only these 3 locations, okay? So to the square, to the circle, and to the moon. So this is connected to these 3. Now, this is connected back to this, and it's connected to this, and it would be connected to the location that is missing here. But this is only connected to this and this. So this is connected to that, but this is not connected back. So this is only connected to these 2 locations. This is connected back to these and these 2 and to these 2. This is only connected to these 2 locations, and this is connected to these, and to the one that is missing here. But this is not connected to this, so that's important. So theoretically, we wanna be doing this loop here and then come back to village commons. Clearly, the hidden chamber that we need to find is under one of the locations, and I know, but the locations are gonna tell us what to do, and when to do it, how to do it. Okay, so first round, we need to get the 5 resources first of all. So I think my first action will be to play the magnifying glass. It's a fast action, so it doesn't cost any resource and it doesn't cost an action, so that's amazing. I will also play, you know what, I think I'm going to take a resource and play Leo De Luca. so that I already have an ally in play. That gives me two extra action, one extra action. So I have one more action, and with my extra action, I'm going to move into the schoolhouse and reveal it. Schoolhouse. Shroud of 4, one clue. While you are in the schoolhouse, you cannot commit skill cards to skill test. If there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath schoolhouse. Group limit once per game. Okay, so I'm going to place a clue there, and that was my turn. So since I started one location away, I am going to actually this time draw a card instead of getting a resource, because I want to have 5 cards for higher education. So I'm going to draw a card, Lone Wolf, great. And then upkeep phase, so I draw another card, Elusive, and get a resource. Oh, I need to, sorry. I always forget this. Put do not disturb, because I'm recording with my phone clearly. So, vibrate. Sorry about that. Okay. So, there was no enemy phase, obviously. I skipped it because there isn't. Place on Doom on the agenda and draw an encounter card. So, encounter cards are a little bit nasty because there's a lot of enemies. Oh, this is bad. Revelation. Test for willpower or for agility. If you fail, add an ally asset you control to the pool of potential sacrifices. Then, attach kidnapped to the current agenda. If you have no ally assets, take 2 damage and discard kidnapped instead. Force. When attached agenda advances, choose a potential sacrifice at random and place it underneath the agenda deck. So I don't want to fail this. I'm going to test my agility. I have a 5 plus 1 because... Oh no, I don't have my hiking boots. I have 4. I have 5. But I'm going to commit manual dexterity to it. So that I have a 6, 7. 7 on 4. A star. Great. So it's plus 1. I succeed. So this gets discarded. That's one of the nastiest cards of this set. And I'm going to draw a card because of kidnapped manual dexterity. Okay, I think my camera is a little bit tilted because this card don't seem aligned, but whatever, we're gonna deal with it. So my first action would be to play Lone Wolf. First of 4 actions. My second action would be to investigate. So I have a 4, 5. I only have 5. That's not amazing. Maybe I shouldn't have played Lone Wolf. I should have used higher education. Yeah, let's return Lone Wolf to my hand for now. I'm gonna spend 1 resource for higher education. So I have a 4. I have a 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on 4 to investigate. Well, doesn't matter. I'm actually going to... So that was my second action. No, my first action, investigating. Second action would be to get... Second and third action would be to get 2 resources. Third action would be to play Lone Wolf. Because I don't like not having resources. Okay, so that was a little bit a pointless round, but I guess it helps us with a little bit of setup. I want to play the hiking boots as soon as possible. I'm a little bit scared of that too. I don't get this resource for Monterey Jack. Enemy phase, there's no enemy. So upkeep, I draw a card and get a resource. Drawing a sneak attack. And then I will put a Doom on the agenda and draw a card. Again? I didn't shuffle very well, did I? Oh well. So I have a 5. Oops. I have a 5. I can commit Lone Wolf for a 6 to this test. Or should I? Because if I pay... No, I would have a 5 anyway. So I have a 6. Should I commit Elusive too? No, I think that's a little bit risky. I like Elusive. Even though I don't want to lose my Leo. Let's commit Elusive. Yes. So I am a 7 on 4. 7 on 4. Minus 2. So 6 would have been fine, but I'm happy that I did it. Okay. Oh, so what did I do? Touch my keyboard and everything went off. Everything's still recording. Yes. Okay. So I succeeded that test. I get a resource because of my lone wolf. And now, you know, I don't know if I can, if I have a window. It's fine. I'm not gonna use my hiking boots. Special power, I guess. This round, I'm just gonna use it for the extra +1 agility. So I'm going to spend 2 to play my hiking boots. I'm going to place here. I'm actually gonna play. I can place this. So my hiking boots there, and then I'm gonna spend a resource to investigate. This is my second action. Seven. Oh no, I cannot. I cannot because I don't have enough cards to do that for. I don't have enough cards to do that. So let's rewind everything. My first action would be to draw a card. My second action would be to draw a card. Okay. My third action would be to investigate using higher education. So I have a 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on 4. Minus 3. Perfect. Success. I get the clue. Here. I'm going to pay 2 resources to place my hiking boots in play for my fourth action. And then I can do the fast action to reveal this encounter card. So let's see what this is. A whippoorwill. Aloof hunter, this stays here, so I get -1 to each of my skills. Amazing, thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's not the card we were looking for, one of the cards we were looking for. So I didn't move, so I don't get my Monterey Jack abilities benefit. So it's upkeep phase. I draw a card and get a resource. Drawing guts, getting a resource that I need because I don't have them anymore. I place a Doom on the agenda and I draw an encounter card. Revelation, attach Sordid and Silent to your location. At the end of each round, each investigator attached location takes 1 horror. When the agenda advances, discard Sordid and Silent. No worries, I'm gonna get out of here soon. So, okay. Lone Wolf, so I get my resource. My second action would be to move into House in the Reeds. Let's read what it says. Even the locals stay away from this half-sunken hovel. It has 1 clue, 2 shroud. While you are a house in the reeds, you cannot play events. All of them are events. All the stuff I have in my hand is no, except guts. If there are no clues, draw the encounter card and need House of the Reeds, group limit once per game. So, first action was moving. Second action will be investigating. I have a 5 on 2. Hopefully, 5 on 2 plus 1. Okay. So, get this clue. So this was my second action. Then I can do the fast action of drawing this encounter card, getting the key to the chamber. Great. Revelation, take control of key of the chamber. If hidden chamber is connected to your location, attach key to the chamber to the hidden chamber. This tarnished silver key was hidden and kept safe out of sight. It must lead somewhere important. That's one of the cards that we need. So, first action was moving, second action was investigating, third action will be moving again into the Congregational Church. After Congregational Church is revealed, search the encounter deck for a humanoid enemy and spawn it at the village commons. Shuffle the encounter deck. If there are no clues here, draw the encounter card. I mean, it's always the same. 1 clue and one shroud. Would be 1 clue per investigator, but I'm alone. So 1 clue here. I can search the deck for humanoid, so I can choose which humanoid enemy I want. And let's see. So we have this guy. Then we have this guy. And then we have this guy, I think. And that's it. So we have these 3 people. Mobster with a retaliate. Spawn any empty location, retaliate. While O'Banion is engaged with you, you cannot gain resources. So I think the easiest to evade is the servant, and also the easiest, not to kill, but like it could be, and it's not a hunter. I think it's fine. The servant of many mouths can stay there. He's not gonna annoy us too much, hopefully. Would have been better to have Prophecia Profana, so I could just ignore his attacks of opportunity, but guess what? We don't have Prophecia Profana, so I started my turn 2 locations away. Oh no, I still have 1 action, because my first action was moving, second investigating, third moving, fourth would be investigating again. So let's do that. I mean, this was already shuffled, so why am I shuffling this much? Oh boy. 5 on 1. 5 on 1. -1. We succeed. So we get this clue. And as a fast action, I can reveal the encounter card under this. Maybe I shouldn't have. It's a mobster. I was thinking there weren't enough of this, and I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Well, this wasn't great to draw right before the encounter, the enemy phase. This was probably a stupid move, but we did it, and now we pay the consequences. Enemy phase, this guy attacks me, so I lose a health. And actually, I can give it to Leo. Leo, thank you. And I say Leo because in Italian it's Leo. It's probably Leo. But I mean, it's Italian. Leo De Luca, clearly. And I lose a resource for his forced effect. So, anywho, I was 2 locations away, so I'm going to draw a card and a resource because of Monterey Jack's ability. Oh, so that should have happened before he attacked me, by the way. Sorry. So now it's the upkeep, and I draw a card and a resource. Milan Christopher, that's amazing. And a resource here. And now I can... And now I need to place a Doom. I was thinking what I can do, but it's not my turn. I need to place a Doom there and draw a card. What is this? Test 2 willpower. Increase the skill tests for each damage on you. If you fail, take 2 horror. Well, you might say, easy test. No, because I still have only 1 willpower. But I have a lot of cards in my hand and I have Guts. So I'm going to play Guts. I'm going to commit Guts to this test and I'm a 3. I'm going to pay 1 resource to be at 5. So I'm at 5 on 2. Zero. So I succeed. I don't take any damage and I draw a card because of Guts. Thank you. Trusty Bullwhip. Not bad. Not bad. I have quite some cards that I'd like to play. So my strategy now is evading, moving, evading, moving. Sounds good? Sounds good. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, so that's fine. We start with evading. Did I do everything? Oh, Lone Wolf. I get a resource. First test is evading. I have a 6. No, I have a 6, yes. 6 on a 2. -2. I succeed. So this is evaded. By the way, the hiking boots have this ability of after the last clue is discovered from your location, exhaust hiking boots, move to a connecting location with at least 1 clue or to a connecting unrevealed location. I mean, I couldn't have done it here because I see now that it says with at least 1 clue, but I could have done it before, but I don't know if I can do the window where I can read the encounter card before doing it. So I'm just going to go most restrictive possible and say I cannot use that in this case. So first action was evading, second action will be moving, disengages me. Third action will be evading. It's 6 on 1, -1, succeeded, so he's evaded. Third action, I can move into here. Or I can move into here. Yeah, because no, into here. Okay. Osborne's General Store. From the air of hushed fright at Osborne's store, they knew something hideous was happening. Oh, had happened already. 3 Shroud, 1 Clue, spend 1 resource, search the top 3 cards of your deck for an item card and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. That might be good to find the Prophecy Profana. If there are no clues here, draw the encounter card, but we know that. This was my fourth and last action. So I will have to, this was my turn. Since I moved, I am 2 locations away, I will draw a card and get a resource because of Monterey's Jack's ability. Just gonna move there, that one here. It's field work. And I need to discard a card. I think I'm going to discard the Professor William Webb because I don't think I'll ever gonna play him because I have my 2 favorite allies. And draw and get a resource. Sorry, I didn't have to 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, no, 2. I didn't have to discard it yet. Now the enemy phase, no one does anything. Oh, the Whippoorwill would have moved. First would have moved here because he's a hunter. So first turn it would have moved there, but I was already here, and now it would try to move there. So I guess it's just gonna, the distance is the same, right? Oh no, he's gonna move back here. Okay, the Whippoorwill is a hunter. I need to remember that. Sure. Okay, so now this refreshes. So I readied all the exhausted cards. I will draw a card and get a resource. Medical texts, that's good. I'm gonna discard Professor William Webb because I have too many cards in my hand. And I will draw, I will get a resource. Now, 1 doom on the agenda. And draw an encounter card. Sorry, every time sometimes I bug. I get this is bad. Put an allowed country into play in your threat area. You cannot play assets, ally assets. Treat the printed text box of each ally asset you control as if it were blank. At the end of your turn, test 3 willpower. If you succeed, discard an allowed country. So, by Leo, I only have 3 actions. Okay. I just realized I cannot have both medical text and trusty bullwhip in play at the same time. So that's also not like the greatest thing ever. But I'm gonna play a lone wolf, so I get a resource. So I'm going to spend my first action to spend 2 resources. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spend 1 resource to search the top 3 cards on my deck for an item card and add it to my hand. Hopefully I find Prophecy Profana. So Backstab is the first one, Perception, and Narrow Escape. There's no item, so I just wasted 1 action and 1 resource. But that's totally fine. So that was my first action. I could theoretically do it again. But do I hate myself so much? No, I think I want to look what's there. Even though there might be another enemy, huh? Do I want to do that to myself? There's no victory points. Why there's no victory points in any of these locations? Well, I'm going to... Let's do this. I'm going to investigate first. So I have a 4, 5. I have a 5. I'm gonna spend 1 resource for +2, so 6, 7. 7 on 3. -1, so I succeed. I get the clue that I never placed there, but you know there's a clue there. And I'm going to reveal the encounter card, which is an enemy, clearly. While Obenian Thug is engaged with you, you cannot gain resources. Of course it's an enemy. Good thing that I didn't use my action to use medical texts yet. So I'll try to evade this guy. I have 6 on 2. Drawing a token. -3, so I succeed. This is exhausted here. And that's all I can do this round. At the end of my turn, I test 3 willpower. So I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3. This is going to give me +6. So I would be at 7 on 3. Yes, I like it. Seven on 3 to get rid of that unhallowed country. -1, I succeed. That goes away. My Leo is back again on track. Okay. Oh boy. The whippoorwill moves to me. This is going to ready. Because of the enemy phase. No one else is going to move. No, sorry, not the enemy phase. He's still exhausted in the enemy phase, so no one attacks me because the whippoorwill is aloof, so he's not gonna attack me. Now, during the upkeep phase, he's gonna engage me, so I'm not gonna get attacked by him. I draw a card. Okay, say your prayers and get a resource. I think I'm going to discard say your prayers because I don't plan on having less than 3 sanity ever. Hopefully, this scenario. I place Doom on the agenda, and I advance the agenda, which is unfortunate. But I mean, it's pretty hard to, like, you need to be very lucky to find the good things immediately. I mean, I'm getting it last, so I'm not great, but. Whippoorwills gather along the gambrel roofs of Dunwich and begin to shriek in jubilation. The people of Dunwich believe that the presence of whippoorwills foreshadows somebody's imminent death. Do they long for your death, or is the victim someone else? If there are 3 or more potential sacrifices, choose one of them at random and place it underneath the agenda deck without looking at it. Okay, so there are 3 potential sacrifices. Zabulon, Watley, and Earl Grey, and Professor Warren Rice. So we are going to get rid of this one. He's going to go under here. I don't know who he is. We're gonna probably find out very soon. Okay, now my turn again. I need to evade again, don't I? So I'm going to first of all, get a resource because of Lone Wolf. Then I'm going to commit field work so that I have a 6 on 2. Why do I have a 6 on 2? Because I have 5 plus 1, 6, minus 1, 5, plus 1 again, 6. Did I draw? Oh no, I didn't draw an encounter card. Wait. Backtrack. I didn't draw an encounter card, and I didn't read this either. I'm a mess. The old ones hunger. As the sun sets, the frightened townsfolk retreat into their homes and lock their doors. It is clear to you that many of them know more than they are letting on. A sickening feeling turns over in your stomach as the village's true nature becomes clear. 6 doom. I need to draw one of these. Rotting remains. Test 3. I didn't have the resource here. Test 3 willpower. For each point you fill by, take 1 horror. I'm going to spend my 2 resources here to boost myself to 5. Oh, clearly I said, I don't plan on adding less than 3 sanity. I'm gonna discard Say Your Prayers, and then look at me. I also had Feudal Work Scene in my hand. So I'm a 5 on 3. Minus 2. So I succeed. I don't take any horror. That's good enough. Now I can evade the guy. I get a resource because of Lone Wolf, and I can try to evade the guy. It's 6 on 2. Oh no, I had 1 less willpower because of the Whippoorwill. So I only had a 4 on 3. So I actually take a sanity damage that I'm gonna assign to Leo. Okay. You're probably like cursing me through the screen, being like, no, you forgot this, no, you forgot that. And then after 2 seconds, I'm like, I remember. And there's a million things I'm not remembering. Cultist Hood. That's the first time we see this, our friend. Minus 2 if you fail, add 1 clue from the token pool to your location. We didn't fail. Nice. So this guy is evaded. Thank God they're not hunters. I mean, the Whippoorwill is, but all the others aren't. So I'm going to move here as my second action, revealing the Bishop's Brook. Evocative, by the way. Dunwich. One dreads to trust the tenebrous tunnel of the bridge, yet there is no way to avoid it. Shroud of 3. 2 clues, clearly. There is an investigator at Bishop's Brook. Other investigators cannot enter Bishop's Brook. Well, I'm alone. There are no clues. You can get the encounter card under that. Okay. So my second action was moving. Guess what? My third action will be investigating. My fourth action will be investigating. Or should I? No, I don't have resources to play anything. How much do I have? I have a 5 on 3. Should I? 5 on 3? Or should I play Dr. Milan Christopher? I think I can investigate twice. So for my first one, I'm going to spend a resource. 7 on 3. Skull? What is the skull? Minus 1 for each location in play with no encounter cards underneath it. Hey! It's a minus 4. It's a minus 4, the skull, because we have 5 locations, but it says maximum minus 4. But I succeed, right? Because I had 4, 5, 6, 7 from the resource on 3. So I succeed anyways. Haha. Okay. And now I can investigate again. Let's just hope for the best, I guess. Five on 3. Minus 2. Perfect. I get the clue. And I can draw the encounter card underneath this. The Hidden Chamber. Prison of the Beast. 3 Shroud. Revelation. Put the Hidden Chamber into play. The Hidden Chamber and the location from which it was drawn are connected to one another. The door to the Hidden Chamber is locked. You cannot enter the Hidden Chamber unless the key to the chamber is attached to the Hidden Chamber. We are going to attach the key to the chamber because we can use this fast action. Attach key to the chamber to Hidden Chamber. So is it chamber, church? What is it? I don't know. Let's read this. You find your way into the hidden chamber where you believe the missing folk are being held, but the horrors that confront you there fray the edges of your sanity. Bound by chains in a secluded corner of the room is an unspeakable creature with the face of a man. It wheezes and wrestles to free itself as it notices your entrance. The many mouths covering the creature's body are covered in blood and gristles of meat, as though it were feeding recently. With a hideous croak, the creature speaks with 7 mouths. I hope you're not hating me for that. I'm so sorry. Then it lurches forward as though to grab you, and several of its chains snap. Reveal each unrevealed location. Well, guess what? I investigated all of them. Move all clues in play, including those on each investigator, to the hidden chamber. Guess what? I got all the clues. Spawn the Salasai Silas Bishop enemy in the hidden chamber. Okay, so I have 7 clues. 7 clues? That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 6. 6, not 7. Good. Better. Then I'm going to spawn Silas Bishop. I kind of like the image of this guy with 7 mouths, but then I don't see it in the image. I'm so sorry. I'm blind, but 3 strength, 6 health, 7 evade. 7 evade. But yeah. Massive Silas Bishop cannot make attacks of opportunity. So yeah, great. It's not gonna. I can move away without having to evade him. What walked onto the mountains that May night? What rude mass horror fastened itself on the world in half human flesh and blood? Victory 2. 2 health and 2 sanity damage. So let's read the rest of the agenda. The Chamber of the Beast. The pitiful beast lunges to grab you with slimy arms, as its many jaws snapping in hunger. Killing it would be merciful, but perhaps there is something else to discover about this creature. Objective: if Silas Bishop is defeated, R1, or otherwise. If there are no clues in the chamber, advance. Now, I could defeat it, to be honest. It's 2 victory points for any of the cases. Probably defeating him is not gonna take me that many actions. We'll see. We'll see about that. We will see. So first action will be to we're done with the actions. I started my 1 location away so I can get a resource, and that's what I will do. Second, enemy phase. So Whippoorwill is gonna move into my location. Thank you. Then third, then we can draw a card and get a resource. Drawing Prophecia Profana. Yes. I mean, you're kind of useless now. I'm sorry. Sorry to inform you that you're kind of useless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I also get a resource. Then, I mean, it gives me +1 and +1. So that's not completely useless. I kind of want to kill Silas Bishop at this point. I don't know. Then, place 1 doom on the agenda. And then draw an encounter card. Oh, what is this? Test 3, intellect. If you fail, add 1 clue from the token pool to your location. 2 clues instead if there are 3 or 4 investigators in the game. Oh well, even if I put a clue there, I don't care. Because I can fail this. I can fail this all day. I still have like 5. I still have a 5 on 3, so 0. I succeed. Well, that's done. Now, I am kinda tempted to try and kill Silas Bishop. Because it would be kind of funny for me, having like no strength at all, to kill Silas Bishop. To do that, I would have to play Prophecia Profana and play the Trusty Bullwhip. Oh, did I get the resource for Lone Wolf? I didn't. I got a resource because of Lone Wolf. It would be kind of funny. I think I like the idea of killing Silas Bishop, because in my previous play I investigated, we got the clues. I can get 2 clues at the time, so I would need 3 rounds. Not really, I can get 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Unless I stay there. I think I like the idea of killing Silas Bishop. That's it, I already decided. I'm gonna play the emergency cash to get 3 resources, and then I'm gonna spend 4 resources to play Prophecia Profana. And then my third action would be to play the Trusty Bullwhip for 2 resources. Then my fourth and final action would be to play to get a resource. Okay, so that's all I'm doing so far. I will, because now I have 5, 6, 7 agility. That's pretty good for me. That sounds good. Okay, I did it. Yes, so these are my 4 actions. So upkeep, I cannot use my ability. Enemy phase, the whippoorwill moves. This was ready, but who cares? So enemy phase, no one attacks. Each investigator draws 1 card and gets 1 resource. I draw Dr. Milan and get another resource. That's amazing. Place 1 doom on the agenda, and then I draw a card. What is this now? Surge Peril, add Psycho Pomp Song to any investigator's threat area. When you would take 1 or more damage, take 2 additional damage and discard Psycho Pomp Song. Okay, that's not Surge. It has Surge. God. Of course. Oh, spawn any empty location. Great. Bye. Bye. Okay. So now I get a resource because of how's that called? Lone Wolf. What I will do. Oh no, I have too many hands. Sorry, I would take the magnifying glass as a fast action. You can take back your magnifying glass to your hand. So, because I had too many hand dots with my Trusty Bullwhip and my Prophecia Profana. Okay, sorry. Prophecia Profana should have chosen a locus. I don't care about choosing a locus. I will skip that part. I don't care. Because it's optional. I'm not just skipping it because... Okay, my turn now will be to move here for my first action. My second action would be to play Backstab. So spend 3 resources to attack with my agility, Silas Bishop. And I have 7 now. That's amazing. Seven on 3. Hood, I think it was a -2. If you fail, add 1 clue from the token pool to your location. I didn't fail. Backstab deals plus 2 damages to the enemy. So this enemy has now 3 damage on him. Now I have 2, so 1 action was to move there. Second action was to attack. I have 2 more actions. My third action would be to attack him with the trusty bullwhip. I have a 7 on 3 again, because I can use my agility instead of strength. So let's see. Again, I take it. I'm gonna deal him 1 damage only, and I'm not gonna exhaust trusty bullwhip because I can attack him again with trusty bullwhip. Yes, and if I succeed, I can kill it because I can exhaust to deal plus 1 damage. 7 on 3. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, this is a -4 though. Yes, this is a -4. So I succeed. Succeeding, I can exhaust trusty bullwhip to either automatically evade the attacked enemy or deal plus 1 damage for this attack. So I'm gonna deal plus 1 damage for this attack and heal Silas Bishop. This guy is dead. Dead. And that gives me 2 victory points. We succeeded. Let's read what Arkham cards tells us. I'm doing basically all the choices that I'm not done when I played with my friends, so that's nice though. Finding a new path. Okay. Scenario ended. Oh, which resolution? Resolution. What was it? Can you see? No. 1. I'm alive. As you land the finishing blow, the creature's body explodes into hundreds of squirming rope-like appendages, wriggling across the ground and climbing up the walls. You're so startled that you aren't fast enough to prevent them from escaping the room. Even so, whatever that creature was, you're glad it's now dead. In your campaign log, recorded investigator puts Silas Bishop out of his misery. In your campaign log and the sacrifice to Yogg-Sothoth, record the names of each unique card that is underneath the agenda deck. Each of these cards are removed from all players' decks and can no longer be included in a player's decks for the remainder of the campaign. You know what's bad? Because some people, I read it online, some people, one of the Dunwich Legacy investigators is Arkham Pete, right? And Arkham Pete has his dog, how is it called? Oh, but Duke, the dog. That is basically like, if he loses that, he's kind of useless. And if you draw kidnapped and then you fail the test of kidnapped, you lose Duke and you lose it for the rest of the campaign. That's bad. That's bad. So we lost Zebulon Watley. So I'm just gonna click Zebulon Watley. Each investigator earns experience equal to the value X of each card on the victory display. Guess what? Only 2. Oh no, we also earn 2 bonus experiences. They gain insight into the hidden world of the mythos. That's amazing. So we get 4 victory points. That's amazing. Okay, let's read the interlude because this is a kind of a long one. Inside the chamber that contained the terrible beast, you find the missing townsfolk and the others from Arkham. They are bound and shackled. You also find several documents that suggest the creature you found isn't the only one of its kind in Dunwich. You free the creature's victims from their bonds as they offer you their thanks. You begin to plan your next move. If Dr. Henry Armitage is not listed as sacrifice to Yogg-Sothoth, you can read. It is far worse than we had thought, Dr. Armitage says, pale and trembling. Wilbur Wadley was only the beginning. Sorry, my voice. There were more, many more in Dunwich, who knew of the great old ones, and who desired power and knowledge above all else. The earth be damned. I knew I should have burned that wretched journal, but thanks to its contents I know how we can stop them. We are the only ones who can. Now quickly help me with this solution. The powder is the key. Yes, the powder is the only way. In your campaign log recorded Dr. Hermie Armitage survived the Dunwich legacy, and anyone investigator may choose to add the powder of Ibn Ghazi card to their deck. It does not count towards the investigator deck size. What is the powder? It's this thing. Powder of Ibn Ghazi enters play with X clues on it, where X is the number of characters who survived the Dunwich legacy. In your campaign log, move one clue from the powder of Ibn Ghazi to an exhausted broad of Yogg-Sothoth at your location. As you can imagine, this might be useful in the future scenario, so yes, I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I need to click it on the other side here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna not read this. Professor Rice adjusts his glasses and studies the documents and arcane manuscripts left in the chamber. I thought this nightmare was over and done with, he sighs. But we have a duty to see this through. We have to stop these creatures, or it won't be just Dunwich in trouble. The powder mixture Armitage created to see the creatures will be our saving grace, he explains and sets off to the task of recreating the powder. Professor Warren Rice survived the Dunwich legacy. Anyone investigator may choose to add Professor Warren Rice to their deck. So Professor Warren Rice, let's it costs 3 resources that you get +1 after you discover the last remaining clue on your location. Exhaust Professor Warren Rice, draw 1 card. He can soak quite a bit. He basically has a similar ability as Dr. Milan but costs less. He has also a lot of intellect icons, so I will say yes to this professor. Thank you for everything you've done, Dr. Morgan says, taking count of your provisions and ammunition. Last time we needed some of that strange powder Armitage concocted to even see the beast that terrorized Dunwich. If there's more of these things out there, we're going to need that powder. I think I remember how we made it. Everybody's talking about this powder because clearly it is important. But you had to choose before if you wanted the powder. Why? But take the powder, people. In your campaign log, recorded Dr. Francis Morgan survived. Anyone investigator may choose to add Dr. Francis Morgan to their deck. Don't we have Dr. Francis Morgan already? Who do we have already? Armitage. We have Dr. Hermie Armitage. I think this is the guy that we didn't take, but I'll take him and come back in a second. Yes, it is confirmed. This is the guy that I didn't like. You get +1 strength after you defeat an enemy. Exhaust. Draw 1 card. I don't care about you. Sorry. So I'm not gonna take you. So no one is going to take this guy. Continue. Zebulon's Waterley is dead. So bye. If First Sawyer is not listed under sacrifice to Yogg-Sothoth in your campaign log, I never could have made it if it weren't for you, Earl says with a stammer, shaking your hand repeatedly. If there's anything I can do to repay, yeah, just ask away. I ain't much of a fighter or anything, but I'll do all I can. Just don't make me look to anything like that beast again, alright? Let's see what what Earl Sawyer can do for us. Are you good or are you useless? +1 evade. After you evade an enemy, exhaust Earl Sawyer. Draw one card. Do we need another +1 evade? We have 2 cards that do that, but we also like rely a lot on evade. I think I'll take him. Why not? But these people, I mean, they can soak up a bunch of damage, and worst case, I just discard them. But they are a little bit costly, and they're gonna... No, not gonna take him. Not gonna take him. It's just gonna water down my deck. But sometimes watering down my deck is good, because there is that Beyond the Veil. I'm gonna take him. I changed my mind. Because there is that Beyond the Veil card that I don't like, and it's gonna keep coming back. So, yes, continue. I have no trauma. Don't you dare. I'm gonna save. This is gonna take ages. Come on, it's late. I need to go to sleep. Tomorrow I need to go to the office. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, we need to play scenario number 5, Undimensioned and Unseen. But for this episode, this is all. I want to remind you all to please like this video, and most of all, please subscribe to my channel. I have a ridiculous amount of subscribers, 14 now, and you might say, well, that's your fault, you do shit content. If you're watching it, you probably don't think I do shit content, so please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching, and see you at the next episode. So, bye bye. Ciao ciao. Ciao ciao. If I click the right thing. Yes, ciao ciao.